What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Today, we are continuing our PostgreSQL series. And in this lesson, we're going to be learning about the like statement. Now, this allows us to search for patterns in our data. It's super powerful. I use it all the time. And so this is something that I absolutely think you need to know how to use. Up here, I just demonstrate really quickly what we're going to be using. We're going to use the like statement. But within it, there's two characters that we're going to be using. It's a wildcard and it's an underscore. Now, this percent sign is the wildcard. The underscore equals a single character. I'm not going to go into depth right now on what that means. I'm just going to demonstrate it to you. You will understand it very quickly once we get into it. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to use this in a where statement. It's going to say where, and then we're going to say, let's do character name. So we're going to say where our character name right here is like, and this is where we get to specify the pattern that we are going to be looking for. So let's put our quotes in here, and let's start with an easy one. So we're going to do an L, and then we're going to do a percent sign. What this says is we're looking for a pattern where it starts with the letter L, and then the wildcard means anything can come after it. That's what that means. We're just searching for starts with an L, anything can come after it. Let's go ahead and run this. You can see it only returns 2 rows. We have Luke and we have Leia. Now that's because their name start with L. But what if we put a percent sign right here, right before it? So now we're saying anything can come before it, anything can come after it. We're just looking for the letter L. Let's go ahead and run this. Now you can see we're going to get the same output, and this is to be expected because this statement is case sensitive. If we use a capital L, it's only going to look for specifically a capital L. Let's replace this with a lowercase l. Now let's go ahead and run this. And now we have other people in our output. We have Padme Amidala and Han Solo. Both of them have an L in the Solo and in the Amidala at the end. And actually Darth Maul as well with the L at the end. We don't have Leia in there anymore because Leia does not have a lowercase l in her name. So that is something to be aware of. We have to be case sensitive when we are writing this out. There are, of course, ways around that, but it gets more advanced, and we will actually cover that in a future lesson when we look at string functions, where we can make all of these lowercase or all of these uppercase, and then we can search for it, and then we don't really have to worry about it being upper or lowercase, but that's a bit more advanced than what we're looking at today. Now let's go back and let's just look at all of our data really quick. Before we searched for something that starts with an L, and this is really common, but sometimes you want something that ends in something. We can do the opposite here, where we use our wildcard and we say, okay, we want this to end in something else. Let's do where the character name ends in ER. So we're saying it ends with ER because there's nothing coming after it at the end, but anything can be before it. Let's go ahead and run this. We only have 2 in our output. It's Skywalker and Vader with the ER at the end. I think we understand the wildcard, but let's take a look at the single character now, because I use a single character, especially when I'm looking for much more specific patterns. I'm going to demonstrate this to you, and then we'll kind of walk through an actual use case. But let's say I'm looking for Yoda, but I can't remember. I know it's a 4-letter word. I know it ends in DA, but I can't remember what comes before it. So I can go like this. I can say I want 1, 2, and then with 2 characters after it. Let's go ahead and run this. Yoda is going to be the only one that returns because it's the only one that fits this exact pattern. Now, if we just search for DA, we didn't know exactly what it's going to look like. We had it like this. We're just searching for DA anywhere in the character name. Now we're going to get other in our output. Now we have Padme Amidala, and that's not what we're looking for. So the single character really allows you to be a lot more specific with what you're looking for. Now for just a second, and this is something I do all the time, and this is a bit more advanced than maybe you'd be expected to be seeing this, but I use like with things like the date column all the time. Transaction dates, columns, all these different things. And unfortunately, with birth date, and let's come in here, we'll say birth underscore date. We're going to say is like, let's say, really quick, let's say we want the birth date to be like 1977. So we're going to say 1977. And let's go ahead and try to run this. We're going to get an error. So we can't actually use the like operator with date columns. It's just not allowed, and that's totally fine. But I want to do this, and I do this all the time because it's super useful, because I'm looking for dates within a specific range, or I'm looking for dates that start in 1990s, but I don't want to, specify a specific date because I'm looking for something else. I still like to use the like statement, and this happens a lot. And all we have to do is convert this. And this wasn't actually part of my lesson, but since we're doing it, I'm going to convert this birth date to text. I'm just going to use this double colon. I'm going to convert it to a text column in the where statement. It doesn't actually in the column change it like in our table. It's not changing anything. Just within this query, we're converting it to text, and then we're searching it. Let's go ahead and run this. And there we go. And now it still is a date column in our output, but we converted it to text so that we could use the like statement on it. I do stuff like this all the time. It's super useful. There's a ton of great use cases for it, but I just wanted to demonstrate that to you because I actually do that a lot, and I want you to know how to do that because I think it's really neat. That's all we're going to look at in today's lesson, because honestly, these are super powerful. Just using the like operator is super powerful. There are so many things that you're going to do when you're working with real data, when you just have to dig in, you're like, okay, I know there's something like this in there, but I don't know the exact value. And this helps you figure it out and helps you get there and search for those patterns. I really hope that this was helpful. If you like this lesson, be sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next lesson.